understand it's all a planet. As a man, I can't give in. Nevertheless, I'm going on and on. I've been thinking, yes, I understand it's all a planet. As a man, I can't give in. Nevertheless, I'm going on and on. I've been thinking maybe I deserve it. Maybe I do. I deserve it. Maybe I do. Maybe I've been feeling like the motherfucking man. I deserve it. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I deserve it. Maybe I've been feeling like the motherfucking man.
Too. If it's been wrong, if it's been on. Yo. So this is what it is. These are words coming at you right now from Off Top. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is what it is. This is the Off Top Pod. Hey man, I'm gonna reach across here, and I don't want this to be awkward. I'm gonna reach across and give you some dap. It's gonna go like that. So we're gonna do that now. Now we're gonna make sure that, because that can get weird too for some people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, man, we're gonna make sure. I know for a fact that this is a test, and I got gum. I'm gonna probably take it out. Let me go ahead and throw this away real quick.
Find the
All right, Off Top.
Off the Top podcast.
So we got Tyler Tesla, the man, the myth, the legend in this thing, man. How you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good. I wonder if I gotta talk directly at it when I do speak. Should I lean? What do you think? Is it good enough for this space right here, or just kind of keep it right here?
Do what's comfortable for you.
All right, because I know you can go in and manipulate stuff too. But I don't want to give you more work.
Yeah.
I like to get it straight through. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that, and we gonna be working out the kinks too. Right. So
yeah, we gonna get this shit. We got two different focal lengths on the lenses. we got all this type of shit popping. You know
yeah, man.
I got an 80 millimeter over there, and this one's a 24 to 105, and that one is zoomable. So we try to make it match the intensity of the zoom on the prime lens. And I know people who don't do photography are like, what the fuck is he talking about? But
right,
I want this podcast. It sucks because I don't even want to call it podcast, because podcast is so trendy right now. I want this space. I want it to be a sonic space, a visual space for people of all walks of life, but definitely especially black men, to be able to come here and give up your thoughts. And the slogan is Off Top, because in our culture, off top means typically, without thought, just kind of natural, off the hip. And I feel like that's the most important kind of responses that you can give. The most transparent one is an off-top thought. Usually the first thing that comes to mind is what it is for you.
Yeah, your first mind.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I want us to be able to create a space in which we have the autonomy, and we're completely open to any direction that the conversation can go.
Yes, sir.
So I will start off by asking you, you're a musician.
Yeah. Yep.
What led you to doing music?
I'd say it was like a mixture of things, to be honest with you.
Really?
It was a good mix. Some of it was like due to family. Some of it was just listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was just kind of just opportunities that just ended up happening.
Okay.
And things just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think just not giving up on it, just sticking with it.
Now, who was there anybody who literally put an instrument in your hands or kind of made you see that you got it, the it? Like some people, you know, like for me, it was my father. My father, he noticed that I could hear stuff on the TV and mimic it on the piano, on a small mini piano. So he was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you do that? This how we gonna do it then. I'm gonna get you a piano and we gonna put you in the piano practice. Like for you, was there anybody that kind of like boosted that narrative for you to like go into music?
I think it was probably, I mean, it started with a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and then it led to another teacher. But I guess the first teacher, like they put a piano in my hands, like a keyboard,
Yeah.
because they heard I was taking piano lessons, even though I wasn't really taking them that seriously.
Right. Right.
They acted as if I was,
Mm-hmm.
and put a keyboard in my hands, and I practiced on it. I learned some stuff at church, and felt like I was the sweetest dude ever.
What's the first thing you learned that you was like, I'm dope?
First thing I learned, I think it was this song called "Praise Is What I Do."
Oh yeah.
It was like the #1 song in the world,
Ooh.
just in the gospel industry. It was huge, just because nobody had really done a song like that, and I had learned it just like with the fingers, not even like chording.
Oh yeah, just kind of what
I had learned it just with the fingers,
the ones up
in the right key, and I was feeling myself.
Okay.
And I guess later on, once I picked up the bass, the guy that got me started on that, he kind of realized like I picked it up quick,
Right.
and like I had a naturalness for it, and he
That's
pushed me.
piano and bass, y'all. Just to let y'all know, that's just two right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, he put the bass in my hands, and he was hard on me. Like I didn't have the easy teacher. Like he was hard on me about it.
Do this shit right.
Don't
touch the damn bass.
Do it right, learn it the right way, practice these things, and
Right.
I took it seriously, and he took me seriously because I took it so seriously, and I guess that's kind of what really solidified things.
Right.
So
Okay. Now, I like here on the Offtop Pod. I want to make sure that we know that our listeners and our guests know that I will ask you questions that are insightful. I'm not trying to ask you, how many carats you got in that motherfucking chain.
Of course.
I'm not really on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If I'm lit, then I might ask you some shit like that. But like not on my normal. But like, so for music, learning what you've learned and doing the things that you've done, playing the instruments that you've played, how has it changed your life?
I think it's changed my life in multiple ways. Just keeping me out of trouble, giving me something to aspire to be better at constantly. Music is time consuming.
Right.
So practicing, learning songs, rehearsals, shows, that takes up a lot of time. I don't think people really realize how much time it takes, but also just the dedication.
Right.
And then it's something that's kept me grounded because, during rough times, difficult times, it's one thing to go just listen to a song, but it's another thing where you can pick up an instrument and make that song what you want to make it into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
It's been multiple things to me.
Okay. For myself, music has changed my life in ways that are like I'm not the best at anything. Like I have issues since I was younger, basically focusing on one thing.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't feel it because in my mind,
you're great at a lot of things, man.
I am, and that's it's a gift and curse to be like that. You know what I mean? Because it's sometimes hard to focus in on one thing.
Very
because
true.
my attention span is just so like sporadic. But at the same time, I do know, compared to the average Joe, I can pick up something quicker, but not necessarily master. I don't really feel like I'm a master at anything other than dialogue and expressing how I feel. That's the only thing that I'm completely, and that's outside of music. But one thing I connected to music and where I'm going with this is like music has allowed me to organize my thoughts.
Yeah,
it taught me a way to organize my thoughts in the beginning, middle, and end kind of way. Outside of it being a story.
Yeah.
The parameters of formatting in music just kind of taught me to how to say something that can mean 5 lines within 1 line.
Yeah.
So it teaches me how to curate, all my life when I've been talking to people or when I just have conversations. I typically, it's not even like uncommon for me to hear them say, man, you say shit in ways that I just wish that's exactly what the fuck I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And I love how you say that shit. And that to me is natural, but then
it's a gift.
When I've heard it multiple times, I'm like, so how the fuck
That's a
am
gift.
I thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's what it's done to me. It's helped me really organize my thoughts and allow me to get my shit off in a way that's creative but also complete. Sometimes like for me as a music fan, it was nothing doper. You know, I'm from the golden era, so like it was nothing doper than when you can hear a song and somebody take you into a whole different world.
Yeah.
Whether it be a Nas song or like I'm a big DMX fan or Pac or Buttons, even
Rest in
Buttons.
peace.
Like yeah, for sure. But like even just people who could take you away from wherever the fuck you at. I just always thought that that's a sign of greatness. You can make a club song, blah blah blah, but if you can make a song that Nas Rewind from the Lost, what is it called? The Lost Tapes. Forgive me if I don't get that right, but my brother used to put me on that shit, and he had a song called Rewind when he spoke the entire song backwards. So the first line of the song is basically like, as the smoke goes into the gun and the bullet travels back, like he just kind of goes in a different kind of way. Like that shit blew my mind, man.
And to that point, not to digress too much, but Nas is one of the best at just being a great storyteller.
Of course.
And just putting you really where he was at.
Of course.
At the moment of the story. That's why he's one of my favorite rappers.
I think Slick Rick is one of his top rappers, and the kind of similarity from how he took it, you know what I'm saying, kind of makes sense. But just overall, music has been a big influence on my life, and it's also been a big influence on how we got here today.
True.
I met Tyler doing music. I wonder what camera I should look at. I should look at that one. Okay. So I met Tyler doing music. I'm not gonna look at it all the time. And just coming up here in Lansing, I'm originally from a different place, but we met here, and when you see people that have these gifts all around you, and you got yours, and then you end up connecting, and you start doing stuff together, and we making shows. Like Tyler was, I was with Tyler the first time I performed with a live band, and bro, that shit was crazy. Like
man,
that was eye opening for me.
Man,
it was just to have a band rocking behind you. Rappers, if you out here and you rapping, stop just rapping the whole track over performances, man. Like it's hard and it's intimidating when you know that that's what you're used to doing. But like when you see a real MC get up there and you know he just killed that shit and it was just the beat playing and you heard every word, it's a new appreciation that you get for the artist. And all MCs will be like, hell yeah, under the comments, definitely, I know that. But like, I just know that for a while as a new artist, I kind of shied away from it. I was scared. I didn't want to fuck up. But then when I did do it and then complete it and then be successful a couple times and learn how to recite it enough to where it does it. Even if you want to do something like put your main lower in the back so that when you speak, it's the one. Because sometimes it will leave you. And if you can get back in it and it's not such a moment. If you can't get back in it, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now you look crazy as hell on stage. But you know, like just the live attribute of music is just crazy. But switching up, I got one more thing we'll talk about because I know these memories cards are short and one's 32 gigabytes. I don't know if they're already cut off or not, but hopefully I don't think so.
Yeah, we'd be good.
So let's see. When it comes to music plans for the future, like what do you have planned in your, not even gonna say just music, in your life right now? What are you looking forward to doing and achieving in the future, in the near future?
That's the $1 million question right now.
Word.
That is the $1 million question. Really looking to do some stuff I've never done before. I'm kind of looking to not even like step outside my comfort zone, but just to create something that's gonna be bigger than just me.
Off top.
You know, I love doing music and everything that it's been and everything that it is to me, but it's a great big old world.
It is.
You know what I mean? And music obviously has an impact on people's lives, but so do so many other things. You know, and everything that's just happening in the world. There's multiple types of art, you know, that impact people, that inspire people. So I'm kind of looking to just expand and, you know, be everything that I can be creatively. You know, and I'm willing to explore different avenues and try different things and, you know, see where it takes me. Meet some amazing people along the way.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And just bring some bigger visions to life. And then also I plan on doing an album too.
Okay.
But that's going, in order to do the album, I realize I have to become more.
You have to have these experiences.
I have to have these experiences or I won't do the album the way it's meant to be done.
It'll sound like the other ones.
Exactly. It'll sound like everything I've already done because I'm just in this comfort zone of doing what's familiar, doing what's easy, what's comfortable versus, expanding beyond that and experimenting. You know what I mean? Putting myself in different environments, different people, and, having different life experiences that turn me into, a different person, the person that's meant to do the type of album I have in mind to do.
Right.
So,
So that's word, man.
looking forward to it.
Word is life. Well, hopefully on this off top, venture, we can tap into new things. Like I said, I want this to be a space where we're going to bring artists, we're going to bring entrepreneurs, we're going to bring people of all walks of life on here, and it'll have a special reasoning for each person, especially the ones that I know, but I definitely want to expand to people I don't know, interesting individuals that we can get some insight on. A lot of black men I know are a little opposed to being vulnerable, but I'm a comfortable place.
Yep.
And I use humor and I use a lot of sarcasm to kind of dull the moment out a little bit when it get a little tense. And I think that I could be effective in allowing people to see different versions of what they expected or thought as someone sits down. I kind of want this to be a space when this motherfucker sit down next to me, you're like, I got my thoughts about him. But by the time you get done, I want you to be like, oh shit, that's what's up. And that's kind of the main thing that I want. I want to talk about grief. I want to talk about happiness. I want to talk about life and sustaining yourself. I want to talk about your mental state and mental health. I want to talk about all these things. And for me, this will be an outlet as well for myself. I'm trying to heal myself. I am not healed.
Yes,
I am
sir.
not together at all. But I do love people and I love exchanging with people. And for the first time, this is what I love to do best. And for the first time, I'm able to document it or create something from it that I've, like I've learned from music. So
Yeah.
Off Top Thoughts, man, we coming soon. I just wanted to thank everybody for viewing and tuning in, and hopefully we'll be able to say like subscribe here, and I'll be pointing shit and shit'll be there.
It's coming. It's
Shit
coming.
like
It's on the
that.
way.
So you know what it is, man. Off Top, I appreciate you,
Great
bro.
stuff.
For sure. All right.
Understand it's all planning as a man, I can't give in. Nevertheless, I'm going on and on. I've been thinking, yes, I understand it's all planning as a man, I can't give in. Nevertheless, I'm going on and on. I've been thinking maybe I deserve it. Maybe I do. I deserve it. Maybe I do. Maybe I've been feeling like the motherfucking I deserve it. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I deserve it.